Today we'll take a look at this 2016 Ford F-150. It's a little bit dirty. I washed it yesterday, but it's still dirty. It decided to snow last night, about 1 inch. As you can see, it's already gone, but for what time it did snow 1 inch, we got plenty of salt and sand on the road. This is a beautiful blue color. I am loving this color on this truck. Now it does say it's an XLT according to the badging here on the side, but the paperwork that I got on it says that it is a Sirius XM package. So I'm assuming that's still not standard on the XLT, and this one has an optional feature for Sirius XM. So let's take a quick look around. Let me go ahead and start it up so I can turn the steering wheel the way it's supposed to be. You'll notice that you really couldn't hear it start. It's a very quiet truck, and you know, honestly, I still don't know. We should check that. Where's the hood latch? I still don't know if it's a 3.6 liter or a 2.7. Where is the hood latch? Oh, right here. So let's check that in real time. Whatever size engine, it is a V6, and it does have the twin turbo. And if I can figure out how to open the hood, it's the 3.5 liter V6 twin turbo with this cool thing here going into the air box, going into the turbos, just like the last truck that I reviewed, the 2015. Does have this. This is something Ford does on pretty much every vehicle. I haven't figured out the code yet. Doesn't lock while it's running, so that's cool. I'm sure the code's in here. It does have automatic headlights, and it does have daytime running lights. You can see that against the house there. So just to get started, I do like the placement of these buttons still. This hasn't changed since last year, but I still like it. You got your one touch up and down front windows. Rear windows are not one touch at all, but that's fine. Here's your lockout for the windows, and then your mirror controls. Your mirrors do manually fold in, not power or anything like that, so that's okay. Up here, nothing really has changed since 2015. You've got your audio controls. This changes the mode, FM, AM, whatnot, volume up and down, and then through your presets, which I've got quite a few presets. This is your hands-free controls, mute button, phone button, hang up button. Over here is your cruise control, set up and down, on and off, cancel and resume. Obviously you can read, so I don't really know why I'm going through all that. The truck, for some reason right now, thinks that it's dark, so I'll turn the lights off. And you can see this lit up a little bit better. I still like all the gauges at the top. It gives you a good view of everything, you know, what's going on with the truck, gas, temperature, such and whatnot. Such and such, whatnot, whatever. I don't know what I was going to say there. You'd have your RPM gauge. You do still have the, you know, the rotary speedometer. This being an XLT doesn't have the new color screen in the middle, so it's still got this teeny tiny little screen. I still don't like it. I like to have a digital reading of what my mile per hour is. This doesn't really cut it. It's not great, but you know, to each his own. It works. Put it in gear. You have a gear light, as you can see, all the way up to 6, which will light up which gear the truck's in. You can also put it in manual and shift manually to whatever gear you want, or just 2 in 1. And then obviously there's no backup camera. It doesn't have remote start, but it does have just, you know, the basic lock, unlock, and panic buttons, as well as a key. Someone had programmed this truck for the My key, and I wasn't exactly excited about that, so I had to fix that when I got in it, but that's okay. Over here on your light control, if I haven't showed you this already, this top one here is your rear light for the bed light, I guess you'd say. Bottom one is for your fog light control, and then over here are up and down to dim this. And if you slide it all the way over to the right, it's automatic headlights, automatic fog lights, which actually, maybe I'm wrong. I was wrong. Yeah, okay, so the top one is your fog lights, the bottom one is your bed light. I'm a little, yeah, backwards. But it's still the same, you know, same difference. Over here's your four-wheel drive control. Does have four-wheel drive. That's nice to have. The radio does have satellite radio, like I mentioned earlier. Actually, let me just turn them lights back on. That's as high as it goes up while the lights are on. That's weird. Okay, so you can see the highway. I've got it set there. It does show a little Sirius. I don't know. I guess that's their logo. The dog. Whatever. I do have traction control off button, hazard lights, all your radio controls. Does have a dedicated Sirius button, which is something the previous model didn't have because it didn't have Sirius. But pretty much the same basic layout. I still do, even though this is a manual control for your heating and air, I still like it because it's very intuitive. The bottom one is obviously for the floor, the middle one is obviously for the vents, the top one is obviously for the windshield. And you know what those three buttons do. You don't have to look at it while you're driving. Over here's your power button, and then your basic controls, fan up and down, temperature up and down. It does exactly what it's supposed to without giving you a hassle, and I like that. Up here on your gear shift, you do have the tow haul mode as well as the sport mode. Same thing with the previous truck. Still like it. So really, this truck should be compared to the previous year model, and I can't really compare apples to apples because, like I said, I'm almost certain this truck came with an optional SiriusXM package. If it didn't, then I would say that I like this truck better because it's got SiriusXM. But I still think that's an optional feature. Even though I still like the truck, if I were going to buy one, I would buy one in a higher trim level, obviously. I would go at the very minimum Lariat. At the very maximum Platinum. That would be ideal. But in either case, it's still a nice truck. It still gets the job done. Even though this is just a rental truck, you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't think, hey, that's a rental. You know, that you don't think this when you think rental car. When you think rental car, you think Toyota Camry or Nissan Altima. Those are rental cars. But you see this really isn't a rental car, but it is. And the lower trims, this truck is more of a work truck than anything. But in the higher trims, it's overall better in my opinion. So if I was going to own one, I would own a higher trim. I would love to own one of these, but they're a little expensive, even at this trim. And I would not sink a lot of money into this trim. I would obviously go a little bit higher. The cords you're seeing over here, I have an Escort plugged into the top plug there, and then I have a dash cam in the bottom one, which set up at my dash there. So the mirror is not auto dimming, so that's kind of disappointing, but whatever. You know, you win some, you lose some. Even though I came out of a pretty well equipped GMC Terrain into this truck, I still like this truck better. It's bigger, it's higher up off the ground, it's four-wheel drive, it's got the twin turbo, which I love. I can't keep gassing this thing mainly because of me wanting to hear the twin turbo. Now, I don't know if that actually does affect my gas mileage, but I picked the truck up yesterday with a full tank, and we're at about a half now. And I have been driving it quite a bit, so I guess there's that. Actually, I can tell you how far I've driven it for a quarter of a tank. So 178.7 miles. And I have 237 to go. So yeah, maybe I have been on it a little bit hard. So really like the truck. And, you know, cloth seats. Like I said, I came out of a fully equipped Terrain, leather seats, remote start, touchscreen display, and I still like this one better just because it's just overall better. I don't know what it is. If it's the twin turbo, if it's the 4-wheel drive, if it's just that it's bigger and roomier, better, I don't know. But I like it better. Let's have a look in the back seat while we're here. I don't typically do these videos at my new house yet because, you know, neighbors. You do have your capless fuel filter, by the way. Filler. Back seat is bigger than the front seat. I can get back here. I'm 6'5". I'm sitting behind myself with more than a hand of leg room. And there's nothing here in the middle that's going to take away from that leg room. There's not even a big hump, which you normally see in trucks and cars like this. There's no hump here. And then you do have your own power plug as well. This should be a cup holder. You got your big pockets in the back here. Goes way down in there. I am disappointed in the size of the glove compartment and this center console. They're kind of small. That's my gun, by the way. They're kind of small, and I just expected more. My dad has a 2001 F-150, and his glove compartment's huge. This one, it's not enough. But in either case, fully tinted windows, I like that. The windows, even down to the windows in this truck, are faster than that of the GMC Terrain. It's all about personal preference, and I told you guys before, I am just overall more interested in Ford, Dodge, etc. Oh, I left that light on. That's great. You don't have a backup camera on this model, but you do have your big bed, which actually looks like it's been used. Look at all those scratches. Holy jeez. This truck has less than 3,000 miles on it, and it's already got that on it. Wow. When does the tag go out? 17. Wow, okay, not even 16. How does that happen? Oh, it is 16. Duh. So let's try to... Does that turn the light off? Yes, that turned the light off. It probably has some sort of indication here to tell me that that light was on, but I didn't see it. So yeah. Anyways, this is a quick little review of the 2016 Ford F-150. I know it's not really professional grade like I used to do. Hopefully my new style is kind of working for everyone. I don't know. I would love to go back to spending an entire day into making and editing a video, but my current lifestyle doesn't allow it, and my current schedule doesn't allow it. And so I just have to do what I have to do, and I had about 20 minutes to do this and upload it. So I thought, well, I should go do that now. So, by the way, just want to point out it's 37 degrees. Yes, I'm wearing short sleeves. All right, well, let's go to work. I'll see you guys later. So while driving here, let's talk a little bit about why I like it better. Because I really didn't cover any reasons. I just said that I liked it better. This truck feels very well put together, as with really any Ford product. Not being biased, because I'm not even that big of a Ford person anymore. I kind of like Dodge better, but that's just me. Very smooth, quiet, comfortable ride. My driveway is a complete mess. It is just four-wheel drive. Not even. You don't have to use four-wheel drive, but it's like off-road. It's just holes and ruts and just a nightmare. And thinking the GMC Terrain was more of a crossover, like SUV, like off-road kind of guy, not a soccer mom van. You know, I kind of expected it to take that road better, and it was just not very well put together. Like, it felt like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It just felt like the car was going to come to pieces driving on this road, which this truck holds itself together very strongly, very securely, very great. So That's one of my main reasons, and I have to turn off the camera now because I am pulling up to someone's house. So I'll maybe add to this later, but if not, thanks for watching.